Of course, today the Minister of Land, Maite Kwana-Mashabane, was in court after being hauled to court in the Western Cape. This regarding, of course, the removal, or rather the putting back of some of those individuals from District 6 who want to, of course, be taken back to their homes. We know that battle has been going on for the past 20 years now. Let's chat to our SABC reporter, Mariska Botha, who was in court today. And Mariska, a very good evening to you. You were in court today, and of course, much awaited by these claimants. You had them waiting for so long for the land minister to appear before court. She didn't some time ago, and it seems from her testimony they're no clearer to knowing when they will be able to go back to District 6.
You're absolutely right, Griselda. They told us after court this afternoon, it was very late when we finished, they told us they still don't know what's going to happen. That's literally the long and short of what happened in court today. They're still no clearer or closer to an answer as when they will be returning to District 6. Of course, the minister, how she ended up in court today, she was ordered last year by the courts as well to deliver a detailed plan outlining how and where funding would come from, detailed time frames as to when the building and construction will start, and the allocation of housing units for people returning to District 6. This group that went to court is 1,079 claimants. We understood from the claimants that in the last 3 years, 20 of those claimants have passed away, but it's a group of over 1,000 claimants that decided to go to court to get clarity. Because since 1998 they've been waiting to return when understandings were signed and agreed upon that they will return, and then of course the minister was ordered to hand in a detailed plan. That didn't happen. The plan that was submitted to court wasn't complete, which is of course what the minister also admitted today. And then in April of this year, the Land Claims ordered that she must appear in person to explain why that detailed report was not handed into court.
Now, it seemed that the acting judge, Tembeka Ngcukaitobi, at some point was also agitated by seemingly her not giving clear answers about a detailed timeline about when this would actually be carried out after a delay of more than 2 decades.
Absolutely. He did not mince his words, to put it in a colloquial term. He said it in very clear, plain, common language that this has been going on since 1998. When and how will people be returning? He even made reference to the former President Jacob Zuma, who made a commitment in 2012 that all these claimants would return to District 6 by the end of 2014. And he says allegedly there was 700 million rand available for the project, which of course the minister has been saying that funding is a big issue for this project. And then you could see that he was really agitated. And he says he could not gather anything much from the minister's testimony today as to when and how they will be returning to District 6. He was definitely agitated. You could see it on his face.
So the minister in her affidavit, just very quickly, Mariska, is blaming the lack of funds as well as, she says, land for the delays as well. In that affidavit, what are then the claimants saying? Are they buying the story?
Well, when we spoke to them after the court process, they said they were glad that the minister had showed up finally to hear from her first-hand what's going on, but they're still not sure when and how they will be returning. And the minister admitting that there is no finalized plan in place, and they're still no clearer to knowing when they will be returning to District 6. And the majority of these claimants, well, actually all of them are elderly.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Mariska Botha, crossing to us live from Cape Town there. Francis, let's go to you now as you talk about a bailout, a possible bailout for the SABC, which is imminent.